is that everything that you do within the app goes straight to my dashboard.
Okay.
And then I don't even have to ask you. I'll just open this up and I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely everything. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So now this is repeated. You'll see this is every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. You're going to do your walking.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
So now you know that your lifting is on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then your walking is on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going from being sedentary to now 7 days of activity, but appropriate activity for your fitness level.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
It's a send icon.
Okay.
And now we're communicating. Now you have 7 days tech support, Monday through Sunday. Send a message.
Okay.
Questions, clarity, can't find something, you have a social event, something to go to. The more that you communicate with me, the better. Obviously, I can help you troubleshoot things. So a couple SOPs. I talk about mastering the basics. If you struggle with the basics, obviously you're going to struggle with more progressive and fancier stuff. So the basics, what we're going is, number one, what I talked about, weigh in every morning, all right? And we're going to enter that into Trainer Eyes. The reason why we do this every morning is, again, I work off of trends and averages, and for that to be accurate, we want as much data points as possible, and I'll teach you to look at your weight over time comprehensively rather than just a daily snapshot. Additionally, when you weigh in every single morning, you can start to see how your body responds and reacts to specific foods you ate the day before. Makes sense? And if you start to pay attention, you start to ask yourself questions. Okay, my weight's up or whatever. It's like anytime that you eat X, Y, or Z, I know that I can anticipate that my weight is going to go up. Those are typically when I'm eating out. It's typically when I eat food X or food Y or food Z. It's like I can start to anticipate how my body's going to respond and react. How? Because I have enough data over time. It's like when this happens, this occurs. When this happens, this occurs. And so you're not going to be so as confused or lost about like why you may see the scale go in a direction that you don't want.
Okay.
But we have to collect. We have to collect that data. But over time, it's like you just start to understand that, you know, weight loss is not linear. But that's one way you can search for it. Another way is has this handy dandy barcode scanner. Okay? You just hold a barcode scanner over this, bleep, and it'll automatically just load everything else in it.
Okay.
Cans, bottles, packages, boxes, whatever. Just do that, and then you can adjust the serving. Okay?
Okay.
Half of the whole, I'll be very transparent. The first week is always kind of the
figuring it out.
Yeah, navigating everything, learning the app, getting your schedule. Like we're going to eventually be making several changes in your day-to-day. New technology, new schedule, new foods, new communication cycles. There's like a handful of new patterns that will develop over time. So yeah, the first week, the first 10 days, the first 2 weeks might be a little bit clunky. That's okay. One thing that I'm very particular and adamant about is people, it's like, you don't have to be perfect. I'll never ask you to be perfect. I just want effort. When compliant, a student will drop a minimum of 1.7 pounds per week. This is where I got your timeline from. I want to lose 40 pounds. That's going to take 20, whatever I said, 20 something weeks. We're going to aim at 1.7 pounds per week. This is empirical evidence based off of historical evidence from my clients. I'm not just picking this out of random. Now, what this means is if your average falls between 1.7 to 2.3, you're right where you're supposed to be. If it's more than 2.3, you're doing fantastic. If it's below 1.7, there's an opportunity for improvement somewhere. We'll discover what that is. But this will help give you a forecast. So on week 1, X amount of weight, week 2, X amount of weight, week 3, X amount of weight, and we'll literally week by week go over, and I'll build out your spreadsheet. We'll go over and we can have a forecast of where you're supposed to be in week 6, week 11, week 17. This will help manage your expectations. So you don't go cuckoo. Because there will be weeks where you'll see
hit a plateau.
You'll see no change. You'll see no change. We do everything right and you will see no change. Now, normally what do people do when that happens?
Get discouraged.
And do what?
Stop.
Right. Start, stop, start, stop. Nothing's happening. Something must be broke. Why am I even doing this? What's the point? And so this is why the average is important, because we're looking at things over time, not daily snapshots, not weekly snapshots. I literally have case studies of where, even I told you one of my clients, she lost 130 pounds. there's documented side trends, several. But if she would have stopped and just gave up and had a bad attitude, she never would have broke through those plateaus.
Right.
So this is why, as long as your numbers are 1.7 to 2.3 on average, are right where you're supposed to be, even if nothing's happening this week. That's very important, because people say they get discouraged and they give up and they quit.
Right.
And then a couple months later they get upset about, oh my gosh, my pants. And it's like, well, if you just would have stuck with it and stuck with it. That's what we're trying to create here, is addressing your lifestyle patterns and developing healthier ones. Not because you want to look good or lose weight or go to Hawaii or things like that. It's like, this is how we live, because it's good. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do.
Right.